Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? Peace, family. Peace, family. This your boy TY, man. Raw and uncut, man. I'm coming with another video today. Going live on another video, man, for YouTube. This video, man, is called Taking Accountability. Taking accountability. I'm just gonna give y'all uh my perspective on taking accountability just from my personal experience from the past and things that I'm dealing with as now. Not going to go in details of my business or nothing like that, putting all that out there like that. But I'm here to let y'all know, like, taking accountability for things you have done to hurt someone, or taking accountability for all the choices you have made in your life, or to whatever point or whatever level you at in your life, is one of the hardest things to do. I say that because when I turned 31, I had to work on self. I was working on self at the age of 30, and I kept working on self, and I had to come to the realization that I got to accept accountability for everything that I have done up to this point. But nothing didn't really just click with me until I got 31. So my definition of accountability is, for one, accepting responsibility for your actions. That's what I call accountability. Understanding the effect your actions will cause on your life is accountability. If you haven't reached that point in life, just keep living and you will get there one day. You feel me? You know, going through what I'm going through right now, man, I got a lot going on, y'all. I'm not perfect. I never said I was. We all go through hard times, bad relationships, marriages, whatever. But you can't put the blame on someone else for your actions and your choices. Every action has a reaction. Every choice you have made in your life or you're making in your life gonna have consequences. Whether you making the best choice for that moment or you making a choice for the future, it can seem good or it can seem bad to whoever looking at it. But it's you that's gotta take accountability for what's gonna come after that. Okay? For example, if you're married and let's say you steps out on your wife or you step out on your husband. Okay, you being the one that caused the hurt and the pain to this person, that you done caused the distrust, you done made a dysfunction in your household. You gotta be man or woman enough to say, hey, I was wrong. I understood what I did. I'm not making no excuses. I'm gonna accept any consequences that come behind this. If my spouse decides to stay or leave, I gotta accept whatever consequences come behind that, and I gotta be able to look myself in the mirror and say, "Hey, I made that choice to mess up my household." That's accepting accountability. That's being accountable for what you have done to cause an effect in your house. I'm not gonna make this video long. I'm trying to get everything out in a short period of time because I'm at work, and everything like that. But you gotta be able to analyze and understand the dynamic of every choice that you make and how it's gonna benefit you and how it's gonna hurt you. If you go put your money in the stock market, let's say you put your money into Apple. Well, you don't know if Apple gonna rise or if Apple gonna fall. You got to know the algorithm. You got to know all the analytics. You got to know all the things that goes into investing in a stock. You don't know what's going to happen with that stock. You don't know until you're in it. But whatever happens with that stock, whether you're going to gain money or you're going to lose money, you got to accept accountability for the choice that you made, especially if you went into that decision without looking into it, reading up on this stock, how it fluctuating, what's a good season to start to invest your money, what's a bad season, when is they up times and when is they down times. How far did they drop last year in they stock market? You gotta study this stuff, and I'm using that metaphor or that example and basing that off of a relationship or a marriage. When you go into a relationship, you getting to know somebody, you really don't ask the right questions. You really don't know really what you're doing while you're dating. You got intentions, you got a motive. This person got their intentions and motives, but both of y'all are thinking on a whole different aspect of where this relationship need to go, or even if you want to be in a relationship. But you're investing in that stock. You don't know if it's gonna go up or down. But we all know that relationships have ups and downs, gains and losses. That's why I use the stock market, because anybody that know about the stock market know you're gonna have gains, you're gonna have losses. Just like in relationship, you're gonna have ups and downs. You get what I'm saying? Now, any small person know, if you know that your stock is finna drop tremendously, you might want to pull out of that, right? That'll be a good decision because you done stuck in there for years. You done seen your money go up and down, fluctuate or whatever, but now your money at a steady pace. But we in a pandemic, so people ain't really out here buying Apple computers and phones like they used to. So eventually your market is finna go plummet. So before you lose all your money, what you gonna do? You're gonna pull out of that stock, right? You're gonna pull out of that. It's the same with a relationship. You cheated. You made a decision. Accept that accountability. Accept the consequences from that. Now, the person that is the victim, that's still in that relationship, still trying to be in that, you gotta accept accountability for your choices as well. You gotta understand and know why you're still in that relationship, and what is your reasoning for making that choice. And you got to accept accountability for whatever consequences come behind you staying with that woman or man after they have stepped out on you and made dysfunction in your home. Because if you got one person that's working on themselves and accept accountability and trying to understand and working on themselves and making things better around them to make the relationship better and doing everything they can to fix it. If you got the victim not trying to accept accountability for their choice of staying with you, but every time you get ready to talk about the situation, excuse me, y'all, there's my truck. You get ready to talk about the situation, or you get ready, or you discussing something, it's always they're gonna come back with all type of shit from years ago. They're gonna come up with this one timeline of all this bad shit that you have done to them that traumatized them, that got them to the point where they can't trust you no more. They don't want to put their wedding ring on. They don't want to do shit no more. It's a downward spiral. So now your stock is dropping tremendously. Now it's up to the person that did the hurt to analyze what's going on with the stock that they invested in and say, hey, I accepted everything that I done. I done made a whole 180. I done made all these accommodations for this person. I'm doing the best I can, being the best husband, best wife, best mother or father I could be. I'm doing everything. But you're still having these problems. you got to move on. I'm telling you, you guys to move on and start pulling out of that stop before you lose everything. And what I mean by lose everything is lose yourself, lose your state of mind, lose uh your state of what is real and what is reality and what is not reality. That's what I mean by pull out before you lose everything. Not just financial wise, but you're gonna lose mental wise as well, physical wise. You're gonna lose it all. So accepting accountability is real hard because you really have to take a real good look at yourself and dig deep. And you can do this with therapy or you can work on yourself. Face your problems and don't run away from them. Just face it, go through it, and just try to understand the hurt you caused on that person, the damage you have done to that person. Try to understand them, and you try to understand what you did, why you did it, and you try to move forward on that. So I'm just coming to y'all today because I want everybody to know, man, when you out here making choices, man, when you out here dating and being married and stuff, some people have good marriage, some people don't. Some people don't have these problems where you know what I'm saying, you going through infidelity or whatever. But you're gonna have some kind of problems. Something gonna happen. But if neither one of y'all are working on self or getting therapy for each other in a marriage therapy or whatever you need to help you look at what you need to accept as accountability, what you're accountable of, then that relationship is not gonna grow the way it need to grow. What I'm trying to say is you can't fake it till you make it in no marriage. You can't fake it. The real gonna come out eventually. And that's where accepting accountability is gonna come in at. If anybody know this lady named Love Dorsey, right? Shout out to her. Good content, great content. She speak facts. She real blunt with it. She speak facts. Shout outs to her, props to her. Um, she always say you got to know how to manage your emotions, right? If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. You got to know how to manage your emotions. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, then you're going to cause more problems and more friction in your relationship than you would knowing how to manage your emotions and knowing how to be an adult and talk about the things that need to be talked about in an adult fashion. Don't play yourself, y'all. Trust me. I'm going through it right now. I'm going through a lot of shit right now. I'm not perfect. I'm going through a lot of shit. But I had to accept accountability for my choices and my actions. And that's what it came down to. Once you start accepting accountability for all the choices and actions that you make in your life, I promise you, you'll be stress free. You won't be stressed out. You won't be feeling like you're the bad person. You won't be feeling like a monkey on your back or a burden. You carrying a heavy burden on you. You won't feel that way because why? You accepted. You accepted the shit you did. You accepted it. And now you're trying to meet it head on, and you're trying to, you're trying to meet it head on, and you're trying to work through that shit. But you can't be the only one working on your relationship or your marriage or whatever. A friendship, whatever it is. You can't be the only one working on it. It's not one-sided. You get what I'm saying? It's not one-sided. You got to know, okay, this is too much for me. I'm finna let this shit go. I can't do it no more. Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Drop my phone. But it can't be one-sided, like I said. Each person got to be accountable for everything that they do. And that's real shit. If neither one of y'all are being accountable for what you do, y'all will never be able to grow. You get what I'm saying? If you ain't able to talk to each other and express yourself to each other as adults without Both of y'all losing y'all cool and having a shouting match. And I know it get hard sometimes because everybody want to be right. Everybody want to prove their point. And I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I get triggered and I get loud and I get, I get aggressive. I'm like, man, damn, why can't the motherfucker just hear me out or understand me? But then I have to sit back, exit out the situation, calm down, wait till everything cool down, then come back, calm, cool, and collected, get my shit together and be like, okay, I'm ready to talk in a better way. I apologize for how I came at you. I should have been better at managing my emotions, but I let my emotion get the best of me this time. I'm trying to there's a lot that I'm working on right there. There's still shit, it's still room to grow. It's still things that you still have to work on as an individual. You think the older you get, the less you have to work on yourself? No, the older you get, the more work you have to put in. It's just like being in a class and the teacher stars everybody out, gives everybody in the classroom a grade of 100. Everybody got 100 as a grade. But it's harder to keep that 100 than it is to earn that 100. Why? Because don't you know how many tests, how many days throughout the school year you got to go to school? How many times you might miss days out of school because you might get sick? You might miss some homework assignments. You might get rolled up and get put out of class and they don't give you your homework or your class work. You might have to miss a test, something like that. Your 100 might even drop down to a fucking 75 or 55, depending on how bad your ass doing. So accepting accountability is a hard pill to swallow. And I know because I had to accept accountability for my actions, y'all. And I know what it takes. It takes discipline, hard work. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. In next year, when the new year come in, I'm going to therapy. I'm going to talk to me a marriage counselor. I'm going to talk to me a one-on-one counselor that can help me with some exercises or even let me see things from a whole different perspective than what I look at it already. Because I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to work on myself. I'm not qualified to do that. I'm not qualified to diagnose myself with anything and say what the problem is with me. There's only so much work you can do. There's only so much you can do so much work you can do for yourself. It's only so much work you can do for yourself. And they're just real. They're just real. So, like I said, man, accept accountability, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe on this video. It's gonna get posted sooner or later. Later on to it's gonna get posted to YouTube. Y'all go like my channel, Raw and Uncut. This your boy TY, man. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all stay strong, man. One love.